In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about why I don't like this guy. I don't like you. I don't like him. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Art S Books art doll by Sideshow Collectables. And I'm going to be telling you exactly why I don't like this doll at all. I'm going to tell you a bit about this. If you've seen this online, it looks absolutely amazing. I was fooled at first, and yeah, I don't like it, so I'm just going to tell you a bit about it. My main reason for doing this video isn't just to say how much I hate it, it's also to ask you if you know of a really good art doll out there, or you know, a mannequin, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, it looks absolutely great. You know, if I hold that up to the camera there, you can see it's really nicely detailed. It comes with its own base. There we go. Again, as far as artist models go, yeah, looks absolutely great. And there's a female version as well, I believe. I thought this model, when I first saw it online, had some really good reviews, hadn't been out that long. Yeah, this looked great. Sideshow Collectables as well do some absolutely amazing work, and yeah, so of course I leapt at this. I did think it was going to be absolutely amazing. Now, I don't use art dolls, artists' models all the time to draw from. A lot of the time I just go from my imagination, or I use reference photos that I find online. So I was really upset when I got it and looked at the manoeuvrability of it. One of the things that I found when I started playing with it was that the limbs on this, if I take it off for a moment, oops, which is actually quite a chore in itself, that just goes to show the quality of the base. There we go. I tell you what, before we talk about him, we'll talk about the base. The base and the stand are two separate parts, and there's barely any room in the base for the stand. So what happens is, because there's barely any room in the base for the stand, it just falls out all the time. Every time you maneuver the anytime you make a movement on the model, the stand comes out of the base and the whole lot goes over. So I'm not loving the base and stand at all, and the way that it grips the model is it's not really comfy for the model, so he tends to flop and lean, and sometimes obviously that affects the pose that you've got him in, and it can change it radically as well. You know, if he tips to one side, his leg can be thrown off and you've just ruined the pose that you've worked on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long. So the stand was kind of rushed and quickly thought up. And obviously one thing is, the stand is basically, they've plastered their name all over it, so they want you to know who they are, and one thing and another. The stand is a piece of promotional kit, which I have no problem with whatsoever, but if you're going to use that as your promotional kit for your name, then at least make sure it's decent because you've put your name on it. Okay, so let's throw that to one side and carry on. Going back to what I was saying, the model himself, some of the limbs, so for example the legs here, are very stiff and kind of how I expect them to be. Maybe even a little stiffer than I'd expect them to be. This limb here, for example, is a touch stiffer than I'd expect it to be. The knees, however, yeah, they're a bit stiffer than I'd expect them to be. However, the feet fly around with a lot of ease. So there's different tensions in different limbs. The back is jointed like an old He-Man figure with an elastic band in there, I think. While he is quite poseable, the limbs having different tension strengths makes him... See, there we go. The limbs having different tension strengths makes it hard to keep him in a pose for any one length of time. If I try and make him... I try and put him in a running pose here. Oops. There we go. His back as well has this annoying habit of snapping back, so you can't actually keep him in a pose. And as I said, the annoying thing with the stand is the stand holds him so high up that you can't actually put him in the stand at that pose. It wants to hold him like that, which isn't very good at all. And because of the different tension strengths, I can't make minute changes to a lot of these. If I move the elbow here, yeah, some of these joints are just too stiff, and some of them are just too weak. That's how I had him, and you can see by trying to put him on the stand, yeah, his position has totally changed. He looks like he's doing a little fairy dance now. Yeah, my point being, if you know of any decent art models, put it in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the models you do know, the models you have. Let me know about costs. Yeah, just let me know what models are out there. I don't use them that often, so I never go looking for them, but please, it's hard to tell by looking online. He looked absolutely great. I've seen a few around, but I really want to know from you guys what's out there and the quality from your personal experience. You know, don't tell me about ones you've seen, tell me about ones you've got. That's what I really want to know about. Okay, brilliant. Thanks guys. As always, if you've liked this, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Brilliant. I'll see you next time. Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and even subscribe to my channel, LAWRENCEcanDRAW.